In the shadows of our hearts, we often grapple with the desire to be kind, to offer more of ourselves to others. Yet within the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, there lies a cautionary tale. Overly extending our kindness can lead us astray from the path of self-mastery and inner peace. Here are 10 profound reasons why we must temper our kindness with discernment and self-control. Number 1. Preservation of self. In the teachings of Stoicism, self-preservation is a fundamental principle. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, wisely advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This quote underscores the importance of defining and nurturing our inner selves before we can truly extend our kindness to others. Excessive kindness, though often well-intentioned, can be draining. When we constantly give of ourselves without considering our own needs, we risk depleting our emotional and physical energy. This exhaustion can leave us feeling overwhelmed and unable to attend to our own growth and self-discovery. Stoicism teaches us that self-care is not selfish but necessary. To be truly effective and virtuous, we must first ensure that our own foundation is strong and resilient. Imagine our energy and resources as a reservoir. If we continuously draw from this reservoir without ever replenishing it, it will eventually run dry. This depletion not only affects our ability to help others, but also hampers our personal development. By preserving our energy, we can maintain a balanced and healthy state of mind, which in turn allows us to offer genuine and sustainable support to those around us. Preserving oneself involves setting boundaries. These boundaries are not meant to isolate us from others, but to protect our well-being. When we establish clear limits on how much we can give, we prevent burnout and maintain our inner peace. This practice is essential in a world where the demands on our time and energy are incessant. Boundaries help us focus on what truly matters, aligning our actions with our values and priorities. Another aspect of self-preservation is recognizing and honoring our own needs. It's easy to overlook our own requirements in the pursuit of kindness, but this can lead to neglecting our health and well-being. By taking the time to understand and address our needs, we cultivate a strong sense of self-awareness. This awareness enables us to make mindful choices that support our overall well-being. Self-preservation also involves fostering a sense of self-worth. When we constantly seek to please others at the expense of our own needs, we may begin to undervalue ourselves. Stoicism teaches us to find worth within ourselves rather than relying on external validation. By nurturing our inner strength and recognizing our inherent value, we build a solid foundation from which we can extend kindness without compromising our well-being. Moreover, self-preservation is about balance. Stoicism encourages us to live in harmony with nature and our true selves. This balance is achieved by understanding when to give and when to conserve. It's about knowing our limits and respecting them. This balanced approach ensures that we can continue to grow and thrive, even as we offer support to others. Number 2, avoiding dependency. In the wisdom of Stoicism, overly kind actions can create dependency in others, which is counterproductive to true empowerment. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This quote emphasizes the importance of leading by example and embodying virtues that inspire others to find their strength and independence. When we are overly kind to others, constantly offering help and support, we risk making them reliant on our assistance. This dependency can stifle their personal growth and development. Instead of learning to face challenges and develop resilience, they may come to rely on us to solve their problems. Stoicism teaches us that true kindness empowers others to stand on their own, fostering self-reliance and confidence. Consider the analogy of a bird learning to fly. If a bird is constantly carried by its parent, it will never develop the strength and skill needed to soar on its own. Similarly, when we offer excessive help, we prevent others from building their capabilities. By stepping back and allowing them to navigate their challenges, we enable them to grow and become more self-sufficient. Avoiding dependency also means setting clear boundaries. While it is noble to be kind and helpful, it is equally important to recognize when our support is enabling dependency. Establishing boundaries helps others understand that they must take responsibility for their actions and decisions. This approach not only respects their autonomy but also encourages them to develop problem-solving skills and resilience. Another aspect of avoiding dependency is encouraging personal accountability. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's life. When we constantly intervene to make things easier for others, we inadvertently undermine their sense of accountability. By encouraging them to take ownership of their actions, we help them build a sense of self-efficacy and confidence in their abilities. It's important to differentiate between being kind and being a crutch. True kindness involves offering support in a way that empowers others to grow. It means providing guidance and encouragement without taking over their responsibilities. This balance ensures that our kindness is constructive rather than enabling dependency. Furthermore, avoiding dependency involves fostering a growth mindset. When we are overly kind, we may unintentionally convey that others are incapable of handling their challenges. Instead, we should encourage them to view difficulties as opportunities for growth. By fostering a growth mindset, we help them see their potential and believe in their ability to overcome obstacles. Avoiding dependency also means recognizing the importance of tough love. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do is to allow others to face their challenges head-on. This approach may seem harsh initially, but it ultimately helps them develop resilience and problem-solving skills. Tough love is about supporting others in a way that promotes their long-term well-being and independence. Number 3, protecting inner peace. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, once observed, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This profound insight speaks to the unnecessary emotional turmoil we often invite into our lives through our own thoughts and actions. One such action is the overextension of kindness. While kindness is a virtue, overextending it can lead to emotional exhaustion and disturbances that threaten our inner peace. To protect our inner peace, it is essential to set boundaries and maintain our focus on what truly matters. When we go above and beyond in our kindness, we risk spreading ourselves too thin. This can lead to feelings of overwhelm and stress as we take on more than we can handle. By trying to please everyone and meet all their needs, we neglect our own well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-preservation and inner tranquility. To live a balanced life, we must prioritize our own mental and emotional health. Setting boundaries is a crucial step in protecting our inner peace. Boundaries are not barriers, they are guidelines that help us manage our interactions with others in a healthy way. They allow us to offer help and kindness within our capacity without sacrificing our own needs. By establishing clear boundaries, we communicate our limits to others and ensure that our acts of kindness do not come at the expense of our well-being. Another aspect of protecting our inner peace is learning to say no. Many of us find it difficult to refuse requests for help, fearing that we may appear unkind or selfish. However, constantly saying yes to others can lead to burnout and resentment. It is important to remember that saying no when necessary is an act of self-care. It allows us to preserve our energy and focus on what is truly important in our lives. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This principle is especially relevant when dealing with the emotional demands of others. We cannot control how others will react to our boundaries or our decisions to prioritize our own well-being. However, we can control our own actions and responses. By focusing on what is within our power, we reduce unnecessary stress and maintain our inner peace. Maintaining our focus on what truly matters also involves prioritizing our own goals and aspirations. When we overextend our kindness, we may find ourselves distracted from our own path. It is essential to strike a balance between helping others and pursuing our own dreams. By dedicating time and energy to our personal growth and goals, we ensure that we live a fulfilling and purpose-driven life. Furthermore, protecting our inner peace means cultivating self-awareness. This involves regularly checking in with ourselves to assess our emotional and mental state. By being mindful of our own needs and recognizing when we are feeling overwhelmed, we can take proactive steps to restore our balance. Practices such as meditation, journaling, and spending time in nature can help us reconnect with ourselves and regain our inner tranquility. Number 4, encouraging self-reliance. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy rooted in wisdom and resilience, teaches us the importance of self-reliance. By constantly rescuing others, we may unknowingly hinder their ability to develop their own resilience. This is a key aspect of Stoic thought, fostering independence and inner strength in ourselves and others. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have." This profound insight encourages us to find contentment within ourselves rather than seeking it through external circumstances. When we rush to help others at every turn, we risk creating dependency. While our intentions may be noble, we deprive them of the opportunity to learn and grow from their challenges. True kindness lies not in perpetual rescue, but in empowering others to face and overcome difficulties on their own. This approach nurtures their self-reliance and resilience, enabling them to become stronger and more capable individuals. Encouraging self-reliance begins with setting healthy boundaries. We must recognize the difference between offering support and becoming a crutch. Support should aim to guide and inspire others to find solutions and strength within themselves. By stepping back and allowing them to navigate their own paths, we help them build the skills and confidence needed to handle life's adversities. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility. We each have the power to shape our own destinies through our thoughts, actions, and responses. When we encourage self-reliance in others, we help them realize this power within themselves. This realization fosters a sense of autonomy and self-efficacy, leading to a more fulfilling and empowered life. One practical way to encourage self-reliance is by practicing active listening. Instead of immediately offering solutions, we should listen attentively and ask guiding questions that prompt reflection and problem-solving. This approach helps others tap into their own wisdom and resources, fostering a sense of ownership over their decisions and actions. Additionally, we should model self-reliance in our own lives. By demonstrating resilience and independence, we inspire others to follow suit. Our actions speak louder than words, and by living in accordance with Stoic principles, we show others the value of cultivating inner strength and self-sufficiency. Encouraging self-reliance also involves acknowledging and celebrating the efforts and achievements of others. Positive reinforcement boosts their confidence and reinforces the belief that they are capable of overcoming challenges on their own. This affirmation can be a powerful motivator, inspiring them to continue striving for self-improvement and growth. Moreover, we must recognize that setbacks and failures are essential components of the journey towards self-reliance. These experiences provide valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. By allowing others to face and learn from their mistakes, we help them develop resilience and adaptability. Stoicism teaches us to embrace adversity as a pathway to strength and wisdom. Epictetus' advice to find contentment within ourselves rather than in external possessions or circumstances is crucial. By helping others understand this principle, we guide them toward a more profound and lasting sense of fulfillment. When people learn to derive happiness from their inner resources, they become less reliant on external validation and more resilient in the face of life's uncertainties. Number 5, maintaining authenticity. True kindness, according to Stoic philosophy, is not about seeking approval or recognition from others. It is about acting with genuine compassion and integrity. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This powerful statement emphasizes the importance of staying true to our authentic selves, even in the face of adversity or hurt. When we engage in acts of kindness purely for the sake of receiving praise or validation, we lose touch with our true intentions. Such actions are driven by ego rather than genuine compassion. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the purity of our motives and to act in accordance with our values, regardless of external rewards or recognition. Authentic kindness flows from a place of inner strength and self-awareness. Avoiding excessive kindness helps us maintain our authenticity. It encourages us to reflect on our true motivations and to ensure that our actions are aligned with our principles. When we constantly seek approval from others through acts of kindness, we risk compromising our integrity and losing sight of our own needs and well-being. Authenticity requires us to balance kindness with self-respect and to set boundaries that protect our inner peace. Stoic philosophy also reminds us that we cannot control how others perceive or respond to our actions. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By focusing on our intentions and actions rather than seeking validation from others, we free ourselves from the burden of external expectations. This allows us to act with true compassion and integrity, regardless of the outcome. Maintaining authenticity involves being honest with ourselves and others. It requires us to acknowledge our limitations and to avoid overextending ourselves in an attempt to please others. Genuine kindness does not come from a place of obligation or fear of rejection, but from a sincere desire to contribute positively to the lives of those around us. By staying true to our authentic selves, we cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of self-reflection. By regularly examining our thoughts, actions, and motivations, we gain clarity about our true intentions. This practice helps us to identify any tendencies to seek external validation through excessive kindness and to realign our actions with our core values. Self-reflection fosters self-awareness and empowers us to act with integrity and authenticity. Furthermore, maintaining authenticity in our acts of kindness strengthens our relationships. When we interact with others from a place of genuine compassion, we build trust and mutual respect. People are more likely to appreciate and value our kindness when they sense that it is sincere and not driven by ulterior motives. Authentic relationships are rooted in honesty and mutual understanding, creating a supportive and meaningful connection. Number 6. Strengthening self-discipline. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." This profound statement highlights the essence of self-discipline, a core principle of Stoic philosophy. Practicing moderation in kindness is not only an exercise in self-restraint, but also a pathway to strengthening our inner resolve and wisdom. In our pursuit of being kind, it's easy to overextend ourselves, giving excessively without considering our own well-being. While kindness is a virtue, excessive kindness can lead to burnout and a loss of self-control. Stoicism teaches us to balance our actions, ensuring that we act with intention and foresight rather than impulsively. By moderating our kindness, we practice self-discipline, a crucial aspect of Stoic thought. Self-discipline involves controlling our impulses and desires. It requires us to pause and reflect before acting, ensuring that our actions align with our values and long-term goals. When we moderate our kindness, we are essentially training ourselves to be mindful and deliberate. This practice helps us to maintain our inner balance and prevents us from being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Moreover, self-discipline in kindness means setting boundaries. It involves recognizing when our generosity is being taken advantage of and having the courage to say no. By doing so, we protect our energy and resources, allowing us to be genuinely helpful when it truly matters. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and a testament to our commitment to maintaining control over our lives. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that true power comes from having control over ourselves. When we practice moderation in kindness, we are not withholding compassion. Instead, we are ensuring that our actions are sustainable and impactful. This approach allows us to be consistently kind over the long term, rather than exhausting ourselves in short bursts of excessive giving. Furthermore, strengthening self-discipline through moderation helps us develop a clear sense of purpose. It encourages us to prioritize our efforts and focus on what truly matters. By being selective in our acts of kindness, we ensure that our actions are meaningful and aligned with our values. This clarity of purpose enhances our sense of fulfillment and reinforces our commitment to living a virtuous life. In the context of Stoicism, self-discipline is also about cultivating inner peace. When we have control over our actions and impulses, we experience a sense of calm and stability. This inner peace is essential for navigating the challenges of life with equanimity and grace. By moderating our kindness, we create a harmonious balance between our needs and the needs of others, fostering a serene and balanced life. Lastly, practicing moderation in kindness teaches us patience and resilience. It helps us to endure difficult situations without losing our composure. When we encounter individuals who drain our energy or take advantage of our generosity, self-discipline enables us to respond with wisdom and restraint. This resilience is a hallmark of Stoic strength, allowing us to face adversity with unwavering determination. Number 7. Avoiding manipulation. In the intricate realm of human interactions, not all motives are pure. Our overly kind behavior can, unfortunately, attract manipulation and deceit from those who seek to exploit our generosity. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, wisely observed, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. This profound insight teaches us to transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and wisdom. By being discerning in our kindness, we protect ourselves from manipulation and maintain our integrity. When we consistently exhibit excessive kindness, we may inadvertently signal to others that our boundaries are flexible and that our generosity can be taken for granted. Manipulative individuals are adept at identifying such signals and exploiting them for their own benefit. They may employ guilt, flattery, or subtle coercion to achieve their ends, all while presenting themselves as deserving recipients of our kindness. This can lead to a cycle of exploitation, where our well-meaning intentions are twisted and used against us. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate wisdom and discernment in our interactions with others. This involves recognizing the potential for manipulation and setting firm boundaries to protect our well-being. By being mindful of the intentions behind requests for our kindness, we can discern when our generosity is being genuinely appreciated and when it is being manipulated. This discernment is not about becoming cynical or mistrustful, but about exercising prudent judgment in our relationships. Setting boundaries is a crucial aspect of avoiding manipulation. These boundaries communicate to others that while we are kind and willing to help, we will not tolerate being taken advantage of. Establishing and enforcing these limits requires a clear understanding of our own values and priorities. It involves saying no when necessary and being assertive in protecting our time, energy, and resources. By doing so, we not only safeguard ourselves, but also encourage others to respect our boundaries and treat us with the same integrity we extend to them. Moreover, practicing self-awareness and self-reflection helps us identify our own vulnerabilities that may make us susceptible to manipulation. By understanding our emotional triggers and insecurities, we can develop strategies to address them and strengthen our resilience. This self-awareness allows us to respond to potential manipulation with clarity and confidence, rather than reacting impulsively or out of a misplaced sense of obligation. Marcus Aurelius' insight reminds us that the challenges we face, including the threat of manipulation, can serve as opportunities for personal growth. By encountering and overcoming these obstacles, we become more resilient and wise. Every instance of manipulation we identify and address reinforces our ability to protect ourselves and strengthens our commitment to living virtuously. In addition to protecting ourselves, avoiding manipulation also preserves the purity of our kindness. When we are discerning and set boundaries, our acts of kindness are more likely to be genuine and impactful. We give not out of compulsion or fear of exploitation, but from a place of true compassion and integrity. This ensures that our kindness contributes positively to the lives of others and aligns with our own values and well-being. Number 8. Fostering mutual respect. Stoic philosophy places immense value on mutual respect and dignity in all relationships. When we are excessively kind, we risk creating imbalances that undermine these principles, leading to unequal dynamics where one person may feel superior and the other inferior. This imbalance can erode the foundation of mutual respect that is essential for healthy and meaningful relationships. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of equality and fairness in all interactions. He believed that true respect arises from recognizing and honoring the intrinsic value and autonomy of each individual. When we practice excessive kindness, we may inadvertently diminish this respect by positioning ourselves as perpetual givers and others as perpetual receivers. This dynamic can foster dependency and diminish the recipient's sense of agency and self-worth. Maintaining mutual respect requires us to recognize the boundaries and needs of others as well as our own. It involves treating others as equals capable of managing their own lives and responsibilities. By setting clear boundaries and offering help when genuinely needed, we empower others to develop their own strengths and capabilities. This approach not only preserves their dignity but also fosters a sense of mutual respect and reciprocity in the relationship. Furthermore, excessive kindness can sometimes be perceived as condescension, where the recipient feels pitied or patronized. This can lead to resentment and strain the relationship. True Stoic kindness is grounded in genuine compassion and empathy, where we seek to support others in a manner that upholds their dignity and autonomy. It is about offering assistance when appropriate, while also encouraging self-reliance and personal growth. Seneca's teachings remind us that fostering mutual respect requires a balance of kindness and assertiveness. It is about being kind without compromising our own needs or enabling unhealthy dynamics. By practicing moderation in our kindness, we create a space where respect, equality, and fairness can thrive. This balanced approach ensures that our relationships are built on mutual admiration and a shared commitment to each other's well-being. Additionally, fostering mutual respect involves being open to receiving kindness as well as giving it. Stoic philosophy encourages humility and the recognition that we all have moments of need. By allowing others to help us, we demonstrate trust and respect for their abilities and generosity. This reciprocal exchange strengthens the bonds of mutual respect and deepens our connections with others. In our pursuit of fostering mutual respect, we must also be vigilant about our own motivations. Acts of kindness should stem from a place of genuine concern and respect for others, not from a desire for approval or recognition. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This means that our actions should be driven by our own values and principles, rather than external validation or a need to prove ourselves. Number 9. Preserving energy for virtue. Our energy is a precious resource, finite and limited. In the pursuit of virtue and wisdom, Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of how we expend this energy. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of focusing inward and cultivating inner strength. He famously remarked, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This wisdom applies not only to material wealth, but also to our emotional and spiritual reserves. When we are overly kind, we may unknowingly deplete our energy reserves. Acts of kindness, while noble and compassionate, require emotional and mental energy. Constantly giving without replenishing our own reserves can leave us depleted and unable to pursue our own growth and development. Stoicism encourages us to prioritize our inner growth and well-being. This involves maintaining a balance between giving to others and nurturing ourselves. By conserving our energy and directing it towards virtuous pursuits such as cultivating wisdom, practicing self-discipline, and fostering resilience, we ensure that we have the strength and clarity of mind to navigate life's challenges with grace and integrity. Epictetus' teachings remind us that true wealth lies in having few wants and being content with what we have. This principle extends beyond material possessions to include our emotional and mental energies. When we conserve our energy by practicing moderation in our kindness and setting healthy boundaries, we create space for introspection, self-improvement, and the pursuit of virtue. Furthermore, preserving energy for virtue allows us to act with greater intention and clarity. Instead of reacting impulsively to external demands or expectations, we can approach situations with thoughtfulness and wisdom. This deliberate approach not only enhances our ability to make sound decisions, but also strengthens our commitment to living in accordance with Stoic principles. In the face of daily challenges and interactions, Stoicism encourages us to be mindful of where we invest our energy. By prioritizing our inner growth and preserving our energy for virtuous pursuits, we cultivate resilience and fortitude. This enables us to lead meaningful and purposeful lives, grounded in the pursuit of wisdom, justice, and personal fulfillment. Number 10. Cultivating detachment. In the pursuit of leading a balanced and resilient life, Stoicism offers valuable insights into cultivating detachment. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized the power of maintaining control over our minds despite external circumstances. He famously advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This principle lies at the heart of Stoic teachings on cultivating detachment. Detachment in Stoic philosophy does not imply apathy or indifference, but rather a state of emotional resilience and inner strength. When we extend ourselves overly in kindness or generosity without moderation, we risk becoming emotionally attached to outcomes. This attachment can lead to disappointment, frustration, and a loss of inner peace when things do not go as expected. Practicing balanced kindness involves being mindful of our emotional investments and setting healthy boundaries. It means offering kindness and compassion without expecting specific outcomes or attaching strings to our actions. By doing so, we maintain a sense of inner equilibrium and resilience, regardless of the fluctuations in external circumstances. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, attitudes, and responses, rather than becoming overly entangled in external events or the actions of others. This practice of detachment enables us to navigate life's uncertainties with clarity and composure. It empowers us to face challenges with resilience and adaptability, knowing that our inner peace is not contingent upon external validation or outcomes. Moreover, cultivating detachment allows us to maintain perspective and avoid being consumed by transient emotions or fleeting desires. It frees us from the grip of attachments that can cloud our judgment and distort our perception of reality. Instead, we are able to approach situations with clarity and discernment, making decisions that align with our values and principles. In essence, Stoicism encourages us to practice balanced kindness as a means of cultivating detachment and resilience. By maintaining control over our reactions and emotional responses, we preserve our inner peace and strength. This practice empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and fortitude, embodying the Stoic virtues of wisdom, moderation, and self-mastery. By internalizing Marcus Aurelius' teachings on the power of the mind and embracing detachment, we find the strength to endure adversity and embrace life's uncertainties without losing sight of our inner peace and purpose. Cultivating detachment through balanced kindness is not merely a philosophical concept, but a practical approach to living a fulfilling and resilient life in accordance with Stoic principles. In conclusion, as we navigate the complexities of human relationships, let us heed the wisdom of Stoicism. By avoiding overly kind actions, we preserve our inner peace, encourage self-reliance in others, and stay true to our path of virtue and wisdom. Let us journey together, embracing the Stoic principles that lead to a life of tranquility and purpose. In the silence of our hearts, we find the true essence of our strength and the unwavering tranquility of a well-lived life.